Well, time to go racing in race 4 of the weekend for the Formula Vees, a category that's been around in Australian motorsport for many, many years because it's very competitive and a lot of fun. Daniel Reynolds has taken pole position over Ben Porter, Matt Stubbs and Heath Collison sits there on the second row as well. Highlights of the 4th race as they get underway. Nice clean start, nobody bogging it down. This category is all about slipstreaming and maintaining your forward momentum down through the turn. And look at the gaggle of cars making their way down to the first turn here at Phillip Island, one of the fastest first turns in Australian motorsport. Important to try and get through there nice and cleanly with no tyre temperature, and on a cold day like this at Phillip Island, it makes it even tougher, especially when you're battling for the race lead. Daniel Reynolds will be pretty tough to beat in this one. Ryan Simpson, also the Victorian, on board the Saab 02. He'll be a competitive unit, you would expect, as the rest of the field make their way through. 26 cars taking part in this 4th race of the weekend. Just got a quick glimpse of Luke Fraser, the South Australian, on board the 9 car as the battle for the race lead is on in earnest on the opening lap. Down through Honda, Ben Porter in the checkmate, able to pick up the race lead and will lead them as they come around to complete this first lap, but maybe not for long. 3 wide as they come down to clock up lap number 1. This is what Formula Vee racing is all about. They're going to make it 4 wide as they dive down towards turn 1 again. You can see now slipstreaming starting to come into play as they all jostle for position out there. There's the 33 car of Ryan Simpson. Victorian sitting back in 2nd spot at the moment, but not for long. Looks like he's got a very good slipstream, and we'll have a go at the 78 of Daniel Reynolds as they come down towards Honda. The 40 car pulls off. Unfortunately for Mark Mitchell, his race is over, out of harm's way, but I wonder if that will bring out the safety car as you can see the car sitting right there on the start-finish line as they go 4 wide yet again at the end of that lap. Down into Honda, a big dice, 5 or 6 of them in there. Oh, gee, well driven by all of those competitors. Looked like that was going to end in disaster. One of the cars puffing out a fair bit of smoke at the moment. They've got 1,600 motors in them. And it's the 78 car that leads them on the final lap. Daniel Reynolds down through Siberia, all the way from Canberra, so I suppose he'd be used to the cold conditions. And Simpson trying to bridge the gap. There's not too many overtaking opportunities left. Here is the last onslaught onto the start-finish straight, but it looks like Simpson maybe just a little bit too far back. Checkered flag is at the ready, and it's Reynolds that leads, and trying is Simpson, and he gets there by about a quarter of a car length down across the start-finish line. Ryan Simpson takes it out over Daniel Reynolds, Ben Porter, Matt Stubbs and Tim Hamilton round out the 5.